everyone, welcome to NXP Technology Summit Taipei 2024. I'm Ashley. As everyone knows, AI and generative AI are hot topics, but technologies like UWB tracking, machine learning, and electric cars are also transforming our daily lives. What roles do semiconductors play in this, and what can we expect in the future? Today, we will hear from 4 top NXP executives about the future of technology innovation and Taiwan's key role in this new trend. Let's get started with our first guest, NXP's Executive Vice President of Global Sales, Ron Martino. Let's go. Hi, Ron. Great to meet you.
Hi, Ashley.
Welcome to Taiwan.
Thank you.
We can see that AI is driving so much change in the semiconductor industry. So how do you see the big opportunities that AI brings to the market in the next 3 years?
So it's a great question. And for AI, you can think of cloud-based AI, or you can think of the many intelligent systems that are working around you in your home, in your car, in the industrial workplace. And that AI, or AI at the edge, is the focus of NXP. And how do we make these machines that are becoming many, many more machines around us do things independent of human interaction, but consistent with human desire, and then to anticipate and automate functions that are really meaningful to change society. So there's various aspects of society that are going to benefit from a safety and security perspective, improve productivity. It's going to also enhance sustainability and the environment, as well as convenience and entertainment. And even more important than that is the enhancements that we see in healthcare as we have an aging population and we apply devices and capabilities to improve the quality of life as our population becomes older and older.
And we also know that NXP is all about innovation. So how will NXP drive innovation to bring value to the market? Can you share with us your point of view?
Sure. So from an innovation point of view, we create semiconductor products. And creating semiconductor products needs to tie to real life experiences in the end application that are comfortable for people to use. And having that comfort of use, easy to use and easy to fix, is very critical for broad adoption of technology. So NXP is focusing on innovation by first starting at the system level, understanding the end application and experience that a system needs to create, and then bringing that back to what can we do with semiconductor technology through sensing and understanding the context of the environment, by computing and thinking about what needs to be done, and then actually actuating and performing functions that are meaningful to the people that have put the semiconductors and the technology and the different environments that they work and live.
And from your observation, what role does Taiwan play in all of this?
So Taiwan is a critical player in the semiconductor industry. We've been working for many decades with many customers as well as partners within Taiwan, bringing innovative technology through semiconductor fabs, as well as ODMs and very innovative companies building products that apply to automotive, that apply to computing, data centers, as well as IoT-related end applications. So it's an exciting time for the semiconductor industry, an exciting time for NXP engaging even further with our Taiwanese customers and partners, and I'm very excited about the future and what we can do to help society as a whole.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for sharing your insight. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As Ron mentioned, innovation is really the driving force behind the semiconductor industry. Next, we will discuss about industrial IoT. Let's see how NXP Senior Vice President of Global Sales, Luca, view this. Hello, Luca. Great to meet you.
Morning.
Welcome to Taiwan.
Thank you.
We can see that industrial IoT is really popular right now. So we're curious about how do you see its influence on global industry and Taiwan?
Very good. Yeah, it is very popular. It's becoming a major trend. We have definitely a a new wave of interest into the industrial IoT, which comes in waves. The biggest wave that is investing us right now is an evolution of industrial IoT with the implementation of artificial intelligence. So that is where I believe the convergence of Taiwan ecosystem and innovation comes together with industrial IoT, which was in the past more of a metal, bending kind of an industry. So now that industrial IoT does have artificial intelligence built in it, Taiwan comes into play, and all of the semiconductor players must play a different role and invest in new technology and ecosystem partnership as well in there.
We also know that NXP is known for your strong ecosystem. So can you share with us what's your plan and strategy to collaborate with your partners to win again?
Yeah, so it is with the portfolio of NXP that is obviously very complicated and complex between MCUs and MPUs and connectivity. There is a must of collaboration with partners to allow us to be more present and more, user-friendly to our customers. So though that was already, of paramount importance before, it becomes mandatory in today's world where industrial IoT is evolving with a whole sort of new customers which require, a lot of help into the ecosystem to work from software to hardware to, system play. So our partners that have been with us for a long time are going to benefit a lot more about it. And specifically in Taiwan, we have a very large network of partners that would allow us to deploy not only into the Taiwanese customer base, but global customer base as well as Taiwan does it in all other industries as well.
Thank you, Luca. Thank you for your insight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Industrial IoT is definitely changing the game. Next, let's move on to the automotive sector, especially on SDVS. Joining us is NXP's Senior Vice President and the Head of Automotive Systems and Marketing, Sebastien. Hello, Sebastien. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. When we talk about SDVS, we can see that SDVS are a huge trend right now. And we're curious about that from your point of view. What opportunities and the challenges do SDVS bring to the automotive industry? Can you share with us your view?
Sure. Maybe let's start by defining what is a software-defined vehicle. A software-defined vehicle is basically the vehicle of the future where it will be updatable and upgradable, which means that you will get more out of your car of what you have bought at the beginning. It brings actually different challenge for the OEM and for the global automotive ecosystem, because we need to evolve the way the vehicles are built. You need to evolve the architecture. You need to integrate more software into the car. So definitively the ecosystem has to evolve in order to ensure this migration. The opportunity actually is that it's going to bring more value for the OEM. First, during the development phase, and secondly, during the manufacturing phase. The SDV is there to bring value to the OEM, but as well value to the end user, value to us. Because at the end, when you buy a car, you want to make sure that the depreciation isn't going too fast. With software-defined vehicle, you will be able to add features into your car after the buying date, and so that you will add value to your car. So definitively an opportunity for the end customers.
Well, that's really the key reason why SDVS is so popular right now. And we know that NXP launched a new platform called NXP Core Ride platform this year. And we're curious about that. What's special of it? And can you share with us, from your point of view, how will this platform affect the automotive industry?
Sure. So first, what is NXP Core Ride platform? NXP Core Ride is our automotive system platform, which is there in order to enable the SDV, which is there in order to bring time to market, cost efficiency, and performance to the OEM. When we look at the SDV migration, key challenge is to move from legacy architecture, legacy technology, to new technology. And the new technology is basically software added on the platform. So where we see the OEM struggling is to have the scalability across the overall scale of their vehicle, across the overall gamut of their vehicles. So what we do with NXP Core Ride is do some pre-integration. We put together our innovative components from processing, energy network, and data networking, and we put them together in solution on which we are integrating the software. So we are verticalizing the software from our partners, and we are ensuring that it gets the best performances and that it comes ready for production for our OEMs or our tier ones, depending on the end customers. Now, what's the progress on this platform? So we announced it in Taipei 6 months ago. What we have done since that time actually has been to engage with our software partners. We have been defining the first platform that we are going to have the first samples in Q2 next year. So what we have been doing as well is of course engaging the ecosystem, engaging the tier one, engaging the OEMs, engaging the EMS in order to make sure that the basics and the value proposition of this platform is understood. The ecosystem is evolving. Every new player is going to have a different place in the future. So we want to make sure that with this platform, we are going to enable the new ecosystem.
And from a system solution provider's point of view, can you share with Taiwan's industry players what's your suggestions for them?
Yeah, good question. So as I just said, the ecosystem is evolving. So the players of tomorrow are not the players of yesterday. Everybody has to evolve and to adapt to the new SDV requirements. So my recommendation there, and actually the opportunity there for all of us, is to answer the need of the market, which is bringing time to market, bringing cost efficiency, and bringing scalability. So we are here to enable you with our SDV NXP CoreRide platform, and we are sure that together we can address this challenge of the future.
Thank you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your insight. Last but not least, we would like to know more about the global automotive market and the UWB technology. Let's interview NXP Senior Vice President and the Head of Advanced Analog Business, Markus. Hello, Markus. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Ashley. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, when we talk about automotive market, we can see it is playing a more and more important role in the global economy. So we're curious about that. Can you share with us the outlook of automotive new trend and the Taiwan's opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, the automotive industry is really going through a major transformation. And transformation means there's 3 areas. If I'm just looking over the next years until 2030, we're talking about 65% of all cars will be software-defined vehicles. If you look into the autonomous driving, I mean, 60% will have either level 2 or level 3 of autonomous driving actually included. And then the electricity will be, by 2030, 70% of all the cars manufactured will be electrical vehicles. So these 3 kind of megatrends also driving technologies that also making sure we as semiconductor industry really need to thrive. And these are 3 elements to do that. On one hand, we need a complete new scalable processing technology that is for real-time, secure, safe, as well as other areas like radar technology, or kind of new ultra-wideband, like the digitalization of keys and that. That is one area. Second area is about we will have a lot of data, so that the amount of data will be a factor of 10, moving forward into the software-defined vehicles. For that, the technologies of today are not sufficient anymore. So Ethernet technology, for example, is getting into the vehicle. And the third element is becoming the energy management into a car. Think about every watt you're losing on efficiency in a car will actually lose you 1 kilometer of drive. And that means also from the battery all the way to the processor, this is something where you need power efficiency, and this is an area where another technology really needs to drive for the future.
Yeah, so there are really new trends that we have to focus on. And we also know that NXP has strong relationships with your OEM partners. Can you provide 1 or 2 examples of how you collaborate with your OEM partners to seize the new business opportunities?
The traditional supply chain really has changed. In the past, it was the semiconductor industry talking to the tier 1, then talking to the OEMs. this is completely changed. We call it about the new ecosystem of collaboration. So that means you have the OEM, but you have all the tier ones, the semiconductor, the IDMs, partners, all directly in contact with the OEMs. And this is our charter. This is what we're driving there. And you have some recent announcement, what we did with, for example, with Audi on the ultra-wideband. We're working very closely with Foxtron. As well as in the analyst days, we showed about the engagement what we have with Hyundai. But how do we do this? Is one thing is we're doing intensive workshops with the OEMs. So we're sitting daily together with the engineers and really looking on how does the architecture looks into it. We do proof of concepts. That is another area where we're really driving and say, okay, let's build the technology into the car, as well as we have really engagement with tier ones and OEMs. And I give you one example on that. The child presence detection technology with ultra-wideband has been developed with an OEM, with a tier one, and us together. We built the module. The tier one actually developed the overall application software, and the OEM was driving actually it in a car. And this was enabling us to prove that the technology really works in the car.
We're also curious about UWB technologies. Can you share with us what are the most promising UWB applications in automotive that Taiwan's industry should focus on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm really excited about the ultra-wideband because we really started it 5 years ago, where we said we need a technology for mobile car access. And this was the first application, and therefore we started to build a completely ecosystem on integrating the ultra-wideband, because we had to move it into the mobile phone as well as into the car. If you look today, we're really doing a major game changer into this. And this is something where we're working also with a lot of tier ones and OEMs in Taiwan, in terms of this technology cannot only doing localization, it can also do kind of a radar application. And when you're asking me about the applications, on one hand, the car access is one application that is needed, but with the same hardware, you can actually doing a child presence detection. That means you can detect a baby that is in the back seat, and really making sure that nobody can close the car and leave the baby alone in the car, what is really a safety topic. We're talking about trunk opening. What is used today as a different technology, you can use with the same hardware. You can actually also doing this application. And then many more kind of intruder alert. You can actually combine it with the connections to your house. There's many applications that now involving into it, and that is actually the next generation where we see ultra-wideband will be a base or foundation of new technologies for the automotive industry.
Okay, thank you, Markus. Thank you for your insight. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
According to previous interview, we can see that from AI to IoT to cars, semiconductors are powering our future. I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching. See you next time.